could be few more welcome homecomings than that of Nick Barmby when he signed for the Tigers in the run-up to the successful 2004-05 season. Nick's career in the top flight of English football had brought him full circle, back to his roots, back to where it all began.
Right then, Nick, here we are, what is now Wyke Sixth Form College. It wasn't at the time though, was it, when you were here?
No, it was junior school. All this was grassed area and we used to bang the ball against this wall, playing slam. Good memories, really.
Now, there's a story about this wall as well, Nick, isn't there? Come on, tell us the story. Fess up to this.
Well, me and a few mates, we drew a goal. You shouldn't vandalise walls, but you want a goal. So we drew a goal out of it, and I think you can see the remains of it a little bit. But no, we used to play endlessly in the summer holidays, and obviously school here all the time, and teachers used to go by me because anyone was in the gym all the day was bang, bang, bang.
What age were you when you were playing here then?
I was 10 when I come to this school, and the pitch there, what's now a rugby pitch, we used to play on Sunday League as well for National Tigers. So yeah, it brings back a lot of memories.
That brought a few players out as well. You obviously made it big as a professional player, but there were a few other players who came.
Yeah, there's a lad called Stuart Young who scored goals for fun. He eventually, he went to Arsenal as an apprentice. Unfortunately, didn't make it there, and he come back to City, and now he's playing his trade in Australia and doing very well.
And Gary Hobson and Neil Allison also had spells here, I think, didn't they?
Yeah, well,
as National Tigers, rather.
Well, we played against Obbo and Nallo.
Right,
they played
okay.
for Jacksons, but Obbo played for Old Boys with Neil with us. But we used to have a few battles on them against Jacksons.
Well, what sort of age did you know you were going to make it as a pro, or did you think you might make it as a pro?
I think you think, don't you, as a kid, but you can never really tell. You know, different kids, I've seen kids at a young age have shown great promise, and then, you know, they've stopped growing, and other lads, you know, gone on to better him in another year. So I think it's difficult, as long as you enjoy it. But I think 16, 17, then you really sort of find your feet, and then people can judge you whether you're going to make it in the game.
So, Nick, about National Tigers then, you had quite a record. This is the pitch you played on. It's now a rugby pitch, but you had quite a record over the years, didn't you?
Yeah, we did. I don't think we ever got beat. We started as young kids and went through, and you know, everyone progressed and was lucky enough to have a good side and scored a few goals on there. I did. I loved the Sunday League scene, and it was. I think it's a great place, the old Sunday League.
I was going to ask you about that, about whether you got down on the Sunday, because you've got the two lads, and as you said, the eldest players as well. What positions he playing in?
Well, he plays left wing. He's left-footed. He's fast, and he's tall. So draw your own conclusion out of that. So I don't know what's gone on there. But no, he enjoys it, and that's the main thing. You know, I say to kids, because obviously, you know, clubs are getting into kids very early now. But the main thing is honestly to enjoy it. People used to say it to me as a kid, and it's the best advice you can give as a kid. Just to go and enjoy it, and you know, you worry about, you know, if you're lucky enough to become a professional, then obviously you need results. But just to go and enjoy your skills, you know, kicking it against a wall and then playing on a Sunday, you can't buy them days really.
How do you get spotted, Nick, as a young lad?
Well, if you're playing on a Sunday or a Saturday if you're lucky enough to play for Hull City Boys or East Riding, then there's scouts from clubs who'll come and watch you. But the main thing is, if you enjoy it, then you'll get better.
National Tigers was the team, Nick. What was your best performance here?
We had a few. We played a semi-final on here, and I scored with an header.
Is that on camera?
No, you won't get that on camera. I was too small, and to get an header when you're 4 foot and a peanut, I was quite proud of that. But no, we had a few good games on there really.
And Nick would like to apologise for the noise to anyone on the other side of this wall. We did manage to drag him away eventually.
So here we are, Nick. Kelvin Hall School. Is it all the same?
Yeah, it is. No changes really. No, it is the same. We used to jump over the fence, come into school. But no, it was a good school, so we enjoyed it, and all my mates were obviously here who lived in the area. So, but no, not a lot's changed.
So, Nick, you used to play on here?
Yeah, I did. You know, in obviously when it was break time, we used to come on here and knock about. That was the only time I was ever happy really at school, in break time and games. But no, I was here for a year, and then I got picked to Lilleyhall to go there for 3 years, which was fantastic.
Were the kids a bit quieter then?
Well, same old kids. When they see a camera, they start to get a little bit loud. But No, there was some, good kids here. I enjoyed it.
How did the move to Lilleyhall come about? As you say, you were there 3 years. It was an education, as in a formal education, plus the football education, obviously.
Yeah, that's right. We had national trials. The North East lads went down to Doncaster, and then we got picked. I think it was the last 90 kids to go to actual Lilleyhall, which is in Staffordshire. And then they got whittled down to the last 40, last 20, and in the end it was the last 16, and I was fortunate to be one of them lads.
And at the time, was there anybody sort of famous who's come through there, who was in the same sort of group as you brought in?
Well, Andy Cole was 2 years above myself. Gary Flitcroft was there when I was there. Trevor Sinclair, Sol Campbell. So
A few.
There was a few. I remember at the time the school got a little bit of stick saying that they never brought any players through, but they never give it time. But when you actually look back now, there's a hell of a lot of players who went to Lilleyhall who've made it.
As a young lad, which you obviously were there, were you aware of the potential that you had and where you could end up?
Well, to be trained by Dave Sexton for 2-3 years of your life every day, and Mike Kelly, you can't, he knows everything in the game. Absolutely fantastic. They talk about Jose Mourinho, but that guy, Dave Sexton, he knew everything on the game and was there. Now 2.5 years, and we never did one training session the same. He's fantastic knowledge of the game, and I owe him a lot.
What sort of footballing heroes did you have? Do you have anybody that you really looked up to as a youngster?
Yeah, I did. I always, like Kenny Dalglish, he was my footballing hero. I like that type of player too, who drops off and tries to create things and scores a few goals for himself. And Peter Basie the same. I would say them two stood out the most.
I think we've definitely come out of kicking out time, haven't we?
Yeah, we've come out with a great time, getting a bit of stick, but there you go.
What a fond memories for Nick, dreams for the kids at Kelvin Hall, and for the lucky few meeting one of the football heroes after school. It must have made their day. Nick's memories of his childhood heroes are back at Boothferry Park.
Nick, this is, we were here on one of the DVDs earlier in the season with Gareth Roberts. We're here again today. It's actually in slightly better condition. Somebody's being cut in the grass, but it's kind of sad to see this, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is, although it's fantastic, the city with the KCOM Stadium, but it is sad to see. I just wish, we could have done something with it. Maybe the reserves playing on it in the youth team. But obviously, it's land, and these days houses, tend to go on the old grounds.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of history for you, particularly as well. You made your debut on here. A lot of people might not realise that. Not for City though.
No, that's right. It was in Gareth Roberts' testimonial, and it was a very proud moment, obviously to make my debut for Spurs, but to make it at my hometown City was fantastic. Big crowd for Gareth. It was a real good night.
What was the game like?
Yeah, good game. Managed to score 2 goals as well, so I was well pleased with that. But no, it was a good game.
And you used to train here as well with the City youth team?
Yeah, I did. When Brian Alton was manager, they used to invite me down in the school holidays, and we used to train underneath the stands, underneath the south stand as well. And it was doing doggies and things like that, and getting up the steps, and it was good. I enjoyed it.
Tell us about what's going to happen for Nick Barmby for the rest of your career. You're coming up 32, but you made a point. I remember talking to you when you did a few games for us at the under-21s games, that if you were to come back to City, which you would always like to play for your hometown team, you wanted to do it while you still had quite a bit of football in you. But so how long are you going to go on for?
Well, as long as I feel fit, fresh, and at the minute I'm enjoying my football and I feel as fit as ever. Hopefully I can keep going as long as the club want you. You got to keep trying to do the business. So I've always wanted to play as long as I can, and maybe go into coaching one day. I'm not sure on that one, but I wouldn't mind putting something back in the city with the kids and things like that. But hopefully that's a long way off. I can keep playing.
Yeah, just give us a bit of a flavour as to what it's like to play for your hometown club. Having had the career you've had, people have spent £20 million on you over the years. You played for Liverpool, Everton, you played for England 23 times. What's it like to come back and play for your hometown club and on several occasions captain them?
No, it's right up there with anything I've done, to be honest. Especially at the KC. It was right up there with whatever I've done in the game, and I consider myself lucky.
We're sat here because this is where you used to sit to watch City.
Yeah, in this part, this was the family enclosure. I was ball boy every now and again, which I enjoyed. Got to know the players, Gareth and Billy Askew, big Billy Whitehurst, and a few, Richard Jobson, Gary Parker. but the majority of the time we used to watch it from here and really enjoyed it.
What's the immediate future for City for the rest of the season?
Well, the main thing is we've got to stay in the Championship. I think we're good enough to be in there, but we've got to keep proving that. We've got to, when we do play football, you know, we worry teams like we have Sheffield United and Leeds, but we've got to sustain it for 90 minutes, not just 45. But the main objective is to stay in the Championship.
It's been quite a trip down memory lane this for you, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. Yeah, enjoyed it. It is, and it just shows that you know, if you keep listening, you know, to the kids out there and learning that it can be done.